G'day and welcome to this week's FriBaT. Well, it's been a little while and it's probably not going to be quite a traditional FriBaT. I haven't done a traditional FriBaT for a long time. They're coming, I promise. This week I'm going to review a beer. I'm going to talk a little bit about the build of the gate project and give you a little bit of a cost breakdown. Some people have asked me about that. How much did it end up costing me all up? So let's start with the beer. This week we're going to try one of John Boston's XPA, bright and hoppy. My new stubby cooler. Given to me by my son and my daughter-in-law. And they're about to have their first baby. Happy Friday. Hoppy, yes. Not too much. Bright, yes. Quite zesty. Let's see what John Boston has to say about their product. Named after the shipyard that John Boston would fish off to supply his saltworks venture, this refreshing coastal XPA was perfect beer to drink on those sunny days on the docks. Sure. 4.2% alcohol, 375ml can, so therefore that is 1.2 standard drinks. Beer type is XPA, as I mentioned, and the IBU of 30. I don't mind an XPA. I'm more of an IPA drinker, but an XPA is nice, especially when the weather's hot. And it has been actually hot in Tasmania. I know you mainlanders are going to say, yeah, right, hot in Tasmania. We have had a run of mid-30s, which is hot for Tasmania, I can tell you right now. Yeah, it's not bad. Where's it made? Surrey Hills, Sydney. So it's part of one of the big ones. Exclusively for BWS and Dan Murphy's. Nice XPA on my Spanner scale. That's a 3.5 out of 5. Maybe a 4. Maybe I'm being a bit hard on it. Let's say 4 out of 5. Quite a nice beer. All right. So the Gates project, which I finished a couple of weeks ago, which was, still haven't straightened up the one gate that's a little bit crooked because my finger is only just coming good. I've had the stitches out. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, nothing like giving your audience the finger, eh? But it's getting there. It's still a bit sore and a bit tender in spots, obviously. I broke the bone. So I haven't straightened it up yet. That's going to be a reasonably straightforward, hopefully, process. And I'll put some pictures up once I've actually done that. It's a visual thing. They work perfectly, but my OCD kicks in a little bit and goes, yeah, they're not straight. Straighten it up. As a lot of my viewers have pointed out too, thank you very much. Thanks to my son and one of my mates and another one of my mates. But yeah, we will get it fixed up. It's just a little bit broken still. All right, so costs. So I'm going to put up some pictures as I talk of the build process. I got lucky and found a stack of 50mm RHS square box section that came in 2.4 metre lengths, and I bought 12 lengths of that, which was lucky because I used every single bit of that with a few offcuts, of course. And but that was a pretty good bargain given the price of steel nowadays. That was $300. Now it was probably Chinese steel, I would say. By the looks of it, it was at a transport company, I think, and it looks like it had been used for import of something. Anyway, 12 lengths of that, $300. That was a pretty good deal. So started building all of this in my shed, and I haven't included costs of the MIG welder, running costs, gas, etc. That's a bit like my time. I don't really cost that because that's what it costs. The gate kit, bought from an Australian company called APC Automation, and their kit was a very comprehensive kit. It came with everything you needed. In fact, a couple of bits that I probably won't use, like the internal keypad to get out. But the kit cost was, and I'll put a picture of the kit up, the kit cost was $900, and I actually bought that probably 2.5 years ago. That's how long it's taken me to get onto the gate project, because the house renos were more important. So I bought that kit a little while ago, $900. The Core 10 panels, the rusty panels, they came from Bunnings, and 4 of those was $400, around about $100. Could I have built the gates cheaper if I hadn't used the Core 10? Definitely. But they were a nice decorative feature, and I wanted to build a bespoke gate. My wife likes the rustic look, and so she was very happy with the panels, so we used 4 of those panels, $400. Paint, fixings and concrete. Probably used a little bit more concrete than what I needed to. I had a couple of failures in the stops for the gate. Had to redo that a second time, and I still have to do a little bit of adjusting there. That's just fixing up the brackets, making sure that they're perfectly in line. Once they're perfectly in line and I've realigned the gate that isn't straight, then I can actually start working on the latch system. Now, do I need a latch system? Not really. People can jump the fence and walk in my property. And the motors are very, very strong. Once they're stopped, you can't actually push them open. I guess you could push them open with a car. But there is an electronic latch that goes in the middle, which actually then locks the 2 gates together. And that came in the kit, so I will be using that, but I need to get my alignment all right and then finish that off. So paint, fixings and concrete, $300. So that gives us a total of $1,900, which I think is actually pretty reasonable for bespoke gates. I've never seen anything quite like those using the Core 10 panels. Could I have made them a little bit more decorative with a sort of an arch top or something? Yes, I could have, but that just would have added to the complication of building it. And I wanted a relatively simple. I also wanted to keep the gates relatively light. The motors are rated to 150 kilos each, which I'm nowhere near with those gates. I can lift one quite easily. It's probably a gate with the panels on is probably, I don't know, around about 50 kilos, 60 kilos per gate, maybe a little bit more, maybe 70 kilos. So they're not particularly heavy, but they work well with the motors. Yeah, so $1,900 for bespoke gates. I'm pretty happy with that. As you can see, I've got the Formula One coverage going in the background here. Big avid Formula One and V8 supercar fan. Please give me some comments. They make a huge difference. I love reading all the comments that people write in, and plus it also helps this weird YouTube algorithm and helps promote my videos. So please leave me a comment if you think it's great. Awesome. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like, and whether you like FriBaT and whether you want me to keep doing more. Anyway, that's it for this week. Happy Friday, and we'll see you maybe next week. Cheers.